video that I want to show you here. So this guy is posting a video showing you that and saying breaking news, the day of rage began, and talking about hundreds of Palestinians who are violently being rioting in the street. And he shows you the video, and he shows you many people, and he shows you some, something that you don't like to see. And then, but if you play the video properly, right? Let's play the video properly. See? There's this vehicle throwing out bombs, and there's this vehicle throwing out bombs as well, right? Against these normal people. Can you imagine throwing out bombs on people? Like, you're using advanced technology against weak people. You are being the one who's more powerful. You are the one who's using more power. You're the one who's being right, and you're the one who's being violent. It hurts. Like, see, normal people with just stones, and these are using weapons, using vehicles. And there's another video, actually, I tried to search for the video, but I couldn't find it. They're actually using tanks. Can you imagine a tank versus a normal person? Who's the violent? Who's the actual violent? Who's committing a war crime? A tank? Would you like to see a tank in New York bombing people? Would you like to see a tank in Miami bombing people? Who's being violent? Who's being violent? And before you tell me these are the Palestinians and these are the Israelis, because I'm worried somebody would say so, I will just go a little bit here. Look. See, those people are the Palestinians, and the vehicles and the tanks are the Israelis. So who's being violent? Who's committing war crime? Please wake up. I know Zionist and Israeli has more control, has more power, like they are more advanced, they have a lot more money and a lot more support, especially support from Biden. Biden keeps supporting them. Look at what they're doing, and Biden's still supporting them. Can you believe it? Like, would you like, if you are in Europe, or if you are in US, or if you are wherever you are, would you like me to come with a tank to your place and attack you in your place, right? And to prove that this is an Arabic place, I'm very happy to see this. It's fully Arabic written stuff. I can't see it properly, but it's in Arabic. Maybe if we have a better resolution video, it's in Arabic. Then who's attacking who? Please wake up. Don't believe those Israeli and those Zionists. I wouldn't call them Jews, because some of the Jews are anti-Israel, actually. Some of the Israelis are anti-Jews. Some of the Jews are anti-Israel. And yeah, like, please wake up. I don't like it when somebody just sees something and they immediately support it without looking at the truth of it. This guy is saying something, but the video is showing something totally different. If you focus on the reality, the same video by the same person who's reporting breaking news, who's talking about Palestinians being violent, right? Plus, see what he said. He said West Bank. If you go and Google West Bank, is West Bank part of Israel or Palestine? Okay? I'm looking at Google right now. West Bank, smaller than Delaware. I don't know where's this Delaware, right? The West Bank is the east of Israel, which is not true. Okay? This is USA today. I'm sorry, we cannot go to the USA today, right? We can go to Human Rights Watch. Let's see. Is West Bank? You can just Google, is West Bank occupied by Israel? Okay, and you can see a lot of information on Wikipedia, on Al Jazeera, on BBC itself, okay? You can West Bank has been occupied by Israel. Do you know what does occupied mean? It means it's been taken away from somebody else, right? So please don't believe these people. Please review the content. Like, even I'm not happy that the fact that when I searched for is West Bank part of Israel or Palestine, Google did not show me the reality, right? It says West Bank contains number of Jewish blah blah blah, and it says it's is the west of Israel, which is not true. I'm very unhappy to see this on Google too. You see, it's totally not true. Like, again, I would like to search it again. Is West Bank occupied by Israel? I'm not gonna refer to Al Jazeera, so nobody says that I'm like Al Jazeera is of course is pro-Palestine. I'm not gonna refer to Wikipedia because you're gonna say, oh, Wikipedia is public, so anybody can edit it. Okay, I'm gonna refer to BBC. BBC says the West Bank has been occupied by Israel since this date, 1967, in the Middle East War. So it's been occupied. It's been occupied, and it was a war, right? Occupied and war. I'm referring to BBC. I'm referring to non-Muslim, non-Palestinian, non-Arabic reference, a BBC, right? So if we want to assume that this guy is truthful, right, and they're doing violent, right, stuff, they're doing violent stuff in their land, why are you coming over and attack them? Why are you using the tanks to attack them? Why are you using advanced technology to attack them? And they don't want to show you exactly the advanced technologies, right? Because if we search again for a different video, you will see the tanks, right? I'm referring to a pro-Israeli video with a pro-Israeli text, right? And pro-Israeli everything, right? And then I'm showing you a pro-Israeli content, because BBC is British and the one who gave the land to Israel is Britain. But the land is not Britain land, right? It's not the Great Britain land. So the point why I'm using all these references, just to make sure that nobody comes and say, okay, this reference is an Arab reference. No, I'm using totally non-Arab reference. I'm using totally pro-Israel reference, right? And if you keep double checking the facts about whatever pro-Israeli posts, just go and double check the facts. You'll find a lot of strange things. A lot of strange things. So please be careful when you look at pro-Israeli and pro-Zionist content, because they're fully fake. They're totally controlled. They're totally changed. And they're totally does not reflect the truth and reality. It's been since decades since they've occupied a land. Can you imagine if we're talking about your own land? If I occupy your own land, what would you feel about me? So it's not fair.